What if, like, you're supposed to die and, like, instead of actually dying, you restart? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reading a few creepy stories that I found on Reddit, and I understand a few of you don't like when I do the reading stories, but a lot of you do. I love them. I love to listen to them when I'm doing like dishes or anything like that that I really don't want to do, and literally the only way I can do chores is by listening to like Storytime videos or like creepy stories being read on YouTube. I do realize that there's podcasts and Audible, but I don't know why I love listening to them on YouTube instead of anywhere else. But anyway, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. If you've been here, thank you very much for watching, coming back, listening to my rambles all the time. So I found these creepy stories that I really relate to, because I know you've heard on previous videos where I've heard someone like either whisper in my ear or yell out something in my ear and there's nobody there. And I've always like really thought about, okay, is it a ghost? Like, is there spirits in my house? Is that like what's trying to get my attention? Or since I've been talking about like this whole matrix, time travel, alternate reality type of thing, I've been thinking that maybe, like, what if it's that? What if the alternate reality type of thing is like crossing paths? And what if like someone's trying to get your attention like that? Like, the possibilities are obviously endless. So that's why I found this story, and it kind of creeped me out because I kind of thought about like, what if it's that? What if it's alternate realities? Like, but anyway, this first story is called "Me and My Mom Heard My Father's Voice Pick Up the Phone and Talk to Me from Outside the House when I didn't call him. This literally just happened to me and my mom, and I am still shaken up and thoroughly freaked out. It's about 7 a.m. here, and I was woken up to use the bathroom, and I was going to browse Reddit in bed before going back to sleep. My mom started to shower and get her makeup done before work, when literally, out of nowhere, I heard a huge echoing beep, like the dial tone when you're calling someone before they pick up. It sounded like it was coming from outside. It was so loud I got scared it was a tornado or flood warning from outside, and went to check my mom's phone for any warning because mine wasn't doing anything. When I got up though, someone answered on the other end, and it was my dad. He said, "Hello, baby." It was 100% his voice. It had the same cadence and tone as his, and he sounded excited to hear from me. For reference, my parents are separated and my dad now lives an hour and a half away. I don't get to see him a lot, especially with my chronic health problems, and so it sounded exactly like a phone call I would make to him to catch up. But it was coming from outside, not inside the house, and loud enough so it was like someone was playing the call over a microphone. Then it just stopped, cut short all of a sudden, like someone hung up the call. I was startled and went to ask my mom if she'd heard it too, and she had. She was in the bathroom getting ready just down the hall from my room, so she thought I had been calling him for some reason, but was wondering why it was so loud. I checked mine and her phone call history just to make sure, but neither of us called him. I called him just now to ask if he had somehow called one of us, but he had been asleep, and I had woken him up. It's the weirdest, most glitchy thing I've ever experienced. I would assume I was straight up hallucinating if my mom had not heard it too. Heard him say, "Hello, baby," and recognized his voice. The weirdest thing for me was that it just abruptly stopped, and then nothing else. At least I'm lucky I didn't hear my voice. I'm going to try to go back to sleep. I don't think I could mentally handle that weirdness if I heard myself talking to him. That one is really creepy, because the fact that she called her dad and he's still sleeping, so he doesn't know what the heck is going on, but both his mom both her or his, I don't know if it's a girl, both the person and the mom heard the voice of the dad talking to her. That is so strange. That's what I'm talking about, like hearing voices that like you recognize calling your name or something like that. Like, I thought this whole time maybe they're ghosts, but what if they're not? This one really creeps me out. It's called, the title says, I died last night, but I'm still here. So this actually happened to me last week. It just took me some time to come to terms with it. I got a call from my next door neighbor late in the evening asking if I can help him move a mattress into his upstairs. His mom is ill and has a big heavy sleep number bed. I of course ran over to help because they're great neighbors. I get over there and his friend, who is also a priest, was there to help. I helped them figure out how to separate the mattress from the bed so we could lift it upstairs. We get it moved all the way back in place when my neighbor asks if I can help them move an armoire upstairs too. I think nothing of it and we pull it out of his trailer and start bringing it up the front stairs of his house. This is where I died. The front stairs are 11 steps. I was on the lower end of the armoire about 6 steps up when my neighbor and his friend lose a handle on the armoire and it comes crashing down on me and I fall backwards towards the pavement. I then wake up in my dining room to my phone ringing and my wife asking me if I'm going to answer the phone. It's my neighbor asking me if I can help move a bed upstairs for his mom. I go over there and I meet his priest friend again. As this has been the first time I met him, I say I can help with the bed, but I cannot help with the armoire. My neighbor was like, how'd you know about the armoire? I then proceeded to tell them I'm pretty sure I just died. I spent the next hour talking with the priest. He had so many questions. My neighbor didn't believe it until I described the upstairs bedroom in perfect detail, down to the metal mattress frame on the floor and the intricate headboard leaning against the wall, and I had never been upstairs in their house before. The priest asked me what I saw after I died. I told him I never actually died. Before it happened, I woke up in the middle of the dining room. That is so weird. Like, this is what I think I had talked about this in the Mandela effects video. I had said, what if, like, you're supposed to die and, like, instead of actually dying, you restart. He didn't restart in a new body, but he restarted, like, 20 minutes earlier and redid his whole day. That's so crazy. It's weird how the priest kind of automatically believed him, because if usually, normally, when someone says something like this, like, you don't automatically believe it. I don't know why. People, like, when they hear crazy stories, automatically you're like, okay, yeah, whatever. Priest or, like, you know, main, like, head church people, I don't know, like, there's different names for them in different religions, but they always believe the weirdest things. Because I remember telling, this is off topic, but I remember telling, I think it was a chaplain, I don't remember what he was, but a few years ago I remember telling him how I experience other people's feelings sometimes when they're overwhelming, and I end up experiencing them, and he automatically believed me. Like, I didn't have to sit here and prove anything. Like, he just automatically believed me. And I think it's so weird that, do they always experience weird things that it makes them believe everything that people say? Like, I don't know. I just thought that was off topic. So in the comments under this story, there's another one that said this happened to him also. My story: after a fresh light rain, I was turning onto an on-ramp and started to accelerate from 40 to 70 miles per hour to merge with the high-speed traffic on the expressway. As soon as I touched the gas, my car swung around and started drifting across 4 lanes of 70 mile per hour rainy traffic, facing the cars as my car was now facing backwards, sliding everywhere. I remember one guy giving me the finger as he flew past me. Then I remember horrible crunching, wrenching sound, and suddenly my car was moving back the other way towards the bridge side over the highway I had just turned off. As my car slid across the traffic, I was sure I was going to slam into the bridge side and end on the road below. When I got to the point where that would happen, there was another huge slamming, crunching, and then suddenly I was just stalled on the on-ramp. Like I had driven up onto the highway and just stopped in the breakdown lane on the bridge as soon as I got up there. I got out and looked at my car from all angles, and there was no scratches or dents or any evidence that anything happened. I remember there being a horrible explosive type of collision twice, but nothing. I just smoked on a cigarette on the ramp breakdown lane, called my parents and told them I loved them, and then I went on to my first date with my future wife. It was the weirdest experience. See, this is why I always keep getting these thoughts or theories or whatever on the fact that maybe, just maybe, like people have these near-death experiences, and instead of dying, they go through a different path and they experience a whole other life experience or whatever. I love listening to like these type of stories because it's like proof, you know, proof that something is happening. And I mean, I know that one person experienced, so we can't tell whether it's real or not, but it's just still, I don't know, these kind of stories like make me believe that some of my theories might be right. This one creeped me out because like sometimes children say things that really are out there, and I do believe that maybe some kids like come back, like I've been saying, like you die and you come back into another body and you experience life all over again. So this story, when I read the headline, like it really caught my interest because it's strange hearing like these stories from these little kids. So right under this story, there's a comment that says, "My favorite then, the most recent of his past lives, apparently," I'm paraphrasing from memory, but this is pretty accurate, "including his toddler speaking idiosyncrasies." I don't know how to say that word. "Son, I used to have 2 sisters, Daddy." Me, "Oh yes? What happened to them?" I was used to his stories by then. Son, there was a big war and they was dropping bombs all over, and we had a metal shed thing in our garden and we all hid in it. My sister forgot something and she went out to get it, and a bomb hit our house and she died. Me, then what happened? My son, my other sister ran after her and she died too. Me, well, what happened to you, darling? Son, I died too, Daddy. Me, then what happened? Son, well, then I came to live with you. Okay, that one I believe more because, like I said, there's been kids that have talked about past lives and past histories, and even to where like they remember names, details, and children do not remember details. Trust me, they just don't. So to like hear a child like giving specific details about the past or about past lives, like you have to believe it. There's no way they can come up with these things. They do have an imagination, but not to that extent. All right, I know this is a short video today, but I have to go. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any video ideas, go ahead and comment below. But I'll see you next time. Bye.